This might be one of the most hilarious cable news clips I've ever seen. I mean, this isn't a brain fart moment. This isn't a momentary memory lapse or you misspoke. This is someone so clueless saying something completely wrong as if they are experts on the matter. And they just happen to be a former congresswoman, now CNN contributor. This is Mia Love, former Republican congresswoman from Utah, on the left, with CNN's Jim Scioti or whatever it is, and they're on with also the young Kennedy III, the one who lost to Senator Mackey. And you just have to. They're talking about Manchin, and Manchin basically killing Build Back Better, which I'm none too happy about, as are many people. But I mean, you gotta just watch it. You gotta just watch it. It's, oh my God. Now, I just want to remind you as we watch this, Joe Manchin is the senator, longtime senator of West Virginia.
Union representing coal miners says they want him to reconsider his opposition to Build Back Better. Joe Manchin marches to his own tune. Do you think that could make a difference?
Look, I think any constituency from within West Virginia that is going to raise their voice about this is going to matter to Senator Manchin. It matters. Congresswoman Love and I would say the same thing. Mm-hmm. When your constituents are chiming in on an issue, it matters, right? Of course it does. It matters an awful lot more than, some interest group from across the country that you don't represent, you weren't elected to represent, and that doesn't have any leverage over how you're going to vote. Your home state, your home communities, your constituencies is something very different. And obviously for a community like the coal miners in West Virginia that have such a deep legacy in that state and an affiliation with Senator Manchin that he, I think, is quite proud of, putting forward the fact that he will always try to speak for the people of West Virginia. Mm-hmm. When you hear loud and clearly constituencies like the coal miners saying, hey, if you're going to do that, we want you to change your vote, I think that matters.
Mia, sorry.
But remember, this is Virginia. Remember what happened with Youngkin and the fact that he was able to win. And the way that he was able to do that was because he was listening to his constituents. He was listening and laser focused on what was going on in Virginia. So I think that this is a lesson that Virginia is not happy with the bill as it is currently. And so Joe Manchin is actually doing, I think, the president a favor and himself a favor by saying, I am not going to just go along to get along.
Well, we'll see if they can find some middle ground here. Joe Kennedy, Mia Love, thanks so much, and Merry Christmas to both of you.
Merry
Thanks
Christmas.
So much.
Coming up.
I'm speechless. I'm speechless. How? 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 How does a former congresswoman, 2015 to 2019, and CNN political contributor, whatever she works for, she is paid by CNN now. Does she not know that West Virginia isn't just like Western Virginia? Does she not know that West Virginia is its own state, and that Virginia actually has two senators who are not Joe Manchin, and then Joe Manchin, along with another senator, are senators in a state that is called West Virginia? And again, this is not a slip of the tongue. Oh, just had a break. No, because she comes in with the Virginia governor's race, right? Right? And Kennedy over here said West Virginia about a dozen times before Mia Love came on. So it's not like it wasn't in her head. She, whoops. I mean, and then she had the prepared rebuttal with Youngkin winning the governor's race in Virginia, as if it has any bearing or relation to West Virginia. I mean, they're next to each other. They vote very differently. Very different constituencies. For example, one's deep red, and the other one's been fairly consistently leaning blue. And how does... It's not really Kennedy's place, so I'll give him a pass, even though that's a clear opening to just completely knock someone on the other side live on TV if you wanted to. But how does CNN, how does the anchor not correct her, not call her out on this? I mean, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Incredible. I want to watch it again, honestly. Just Mia Love's. It's incredible.
Yeah. When you hear loud and clearly constituencies like the coal miners saying, hey, if you're going to do that, we want you to change your vote, I think that matters.
Mia, sorry.
But remember, this is Virginia. Remember
It's not.
what happened with Youngkin and the fact that he was able to win. And the way that he was able to do that was because he was listening to his constituents. He was listening and laser focused on what was going on in Virginia. So I think that this is a lesson that Virginia is not happy with the bill as it is currently. And so Joe Manchin is actually doing, I think, the president a favor and himself a favor by saying, I am not going to just go along to get along.
I mean, just phoning it in. Just phone. I mean, was she even paying attention, or is she really not? I don't know. Amazing.